Hello learners, this is Optics and Electricity and today we are going to see about capacitance, capacitors in series and parallel. So we will welcome the important component for our today's session. So who is he? Let us see who is going to arrive. Yes, this is a capacitor, cylindrical capacitor, and we are going to collect details about this capacitor. Capacitor. In most of the electrical and electronic circuits, you can observe the cylindrical type of capacitor as well as other form of capacitance in this circuit. So you can observe these capacitance in motherboard of the circuit also. Okay, what is the brief history about capacitor and what are the details? We'll see one by one now. A capacitor, it is a device that store energy. The ability to store energy is measured by capacitance. The unit of capacitance is farad. Capacitors usually come in multiples of microfarad or in picofarad. The values also has been given to you. The functions of a capacitor is mostly in electrical and electronic circuits. It is employed in time varying voltage and current measurements, oscillators, and in radio and TV signals. Types of capacitors, we have parallel plate capacitors, spherical capacitors, and cylindrical capacitors. So this is the famous equation regarding the capacitor that connects the charge and the potential or the voltage. The symbol for the capacitor is two parallel plates like this. So this is the brief introduction about the capacitor. Let's get into it. Capacitors. We usually talk about capacitors in terms of parallel conducting plates like this. So parallel conducting plates, one plate with positive charge, the other plate with minus q, and they are separated by a distance d, distance of separation. The area of the plate is a, and you can observe the potential difference is given the symbol of v suffix ab, and these two plates are held with the help of a wire. You can observe that both the plate A as well as B have the same area. They in fact can be any two conducting objects like this. That is, any two conducting objects carrying a positive Q and the other containing the negative charge. The capacitance is defined to be the ratio of the amount of charge that is on the capacitor to the potential difference between the plates at this point. That is, C is equal to Q by VAB. The units are 1 farad is measured in terms of 1 coulomb per 1 volt. How to calculate the capacitance? We start with the simplest form, two parallel conducting plates separated by vacuum. Let the conducting plates have area A and be separated by a distance d. The magnitude of the electric field between the two plates is given by the expression of electric field E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. So you can recall this expression, the same which we arrived in applications of Gauss law for parallel plates. So E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Here sigma is the surface charge density. That surface charge density can be further written as Q by A, that is charge by area, Q by epsilon naught A. We treat the field as being uniform, allowing us to write VAB, which is the potential difference between the point A and B, is given by the product of electric field and the distance of separation. So which is equal to Q by epsilon naught A into D. Putting this all together, we have for the capacitance, that is C is equal to Q divided by VAB, which is equal to epsilon naught A by D. So what is epsilon naught? It is the permittivity of free space and the value is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. The capacitance is only dependent upon the geometry of the capacitor. Now let us move into the series or parallel capacitors, because sometimes in order to obtain needed values of capacitance, capacitance are combined in either series or parallel. So first we'll start with capacitance in series. Here the capacitors are often combined in series, and the question then becomes, what is the equivalent capacitance? So here is the series of capacitors which are joined together. So this is the equivalent circuit. You can see that there is a point A as well as a point B. Between these 2 points you have two parallel plate capacitors C1 and C2. The potential difference between A and B is given by VAB. The capacitors become charged because of VAB. If the upper plate of the C1 gets a charge of plus Q, then the lower plate of C1 gets a charge of minus Q. This is called as the polarization. What happens with the C2? So look into the picture carefully. You can see that since there is no source of charge at point C and we have effectively put a charge of minus Q on the lower plate of C1, then the upper plate of C2 gets a charge of plus Q. And similarly, the lower plate of C2 gets a charge of minus Q. So this is called as charge conservation. So this means that lower plate of C2 has a charge of minus Q. So now we can write the potential expressions. Suppose we add one more. Then we have the points A, B, C. Then VAB is equal to VAC plus VCB, where A, B and C are the nodal points in the circuit. And the potential difference is between 2 points is represented by this expression, that is V1 plus V2. We have V1 is equal to Q by C1 and V2 is equal to Q by C2. This indicates that when the capacitors are placed in series, the charge is uniform or the charge is constant. Then VAB is equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2. Dividing by the charge throughout, we get VAB divided by Q, which is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. So proceeding further, we get the equivalent capacitor that will also have the same voltage across it. That is VAB by Q is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. The left hand side is the inverse of the definition of capacitance. So it can be written as 1 by C is equal to V by Q. So we then have for the equivalent capacitance as 1 by CEQ is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. So which is the inverse form of the resistance which are connected in series. If there are more than 2 capacitors in series, the resultant capacitance is given by 1 by CEQ is equal to summation I 1 by CI, where I takes the value of from 1, 2, 3, etc. Capacitors are often combined in series. Why? So the equation can be connected like this. So this is the symbolic representation. So this becomes the equivalent capacitance as one single symbol. We start by putting a voltage VAB across the capacitors. So in this circuit, so you can see carefully the 3 nodal points in the circuit. So we get 3 potential differences. Next, we'll move into the capacitors in parallel. What will these 2 capacitors do? Capacitors can also be connected in parallel like this, that is one behind the other or one after the other. Capacitors which are in parallel can be drawn as a block diagram in a circuit form as like this. Then we get the equivalent circuit as a single block diagram or single symbol. Again we start by putting a voltage across AB. Now the equation becomes between A and B we have the potential difference. Then C1 and C2 are the capacitors that are connected in parallel fashion. For such a situation, the upper plates of both capacitors are at the same potential. Likewise, for the bottom plates, we have V1 is equal to V2 is equal to VAB. Now, V1 is equal to Q1 by C1 and V2 is equal to Q2 by C2. Similarly, Q1 is equal to C1V and Q2 is equal to C2V. So what is common over here? It is the potential difference. The equivalent capacitor will have the same voltage across it as do the capacitors in parallel. But what about the charge on the equivalent capacitor? Will the equivalent capacitor have the same total charge? So let us analyze it. So total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. Using this, we then have Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. So each charge is replaced with the help of the charge, that is capacitance, and the potential difference. So Ceq is equal to, you get C1 producted with V plus C2 V, or Ceq is equal to C1 plus C2. So this is analogous to the resistors in series connection. When there are more than two number of capacitors present in the circuit, then the equivalent circuit for capacitors can be written as summation I Ci. Let us summarize what we have dealt. Capacitor, it is a device that stores energy. So it is the ability that decides the capacitor value. So this ability of storing the energy is measured using capacitance. The unit of capacitance is farad. Usually the capacitors come in the multiplications of multiples of the charge, that is 1 microfarad is equal to 10 power minus 6 and 1 picofarad is equal to 10 power minus 12. So next about the capacitor is the functions, where it is employed. These capacitors are employed in electrical and electronic circuits, then time varying current and voltage measurements, oscillators, then radio and TV signals. Types of capacitors: parallel plate capacitor, cylindrical capacitor, and the last one is the cylindrical capacitor. So parallel plate, spherical and cylindrical capacitor. So this is the famous equation of the capacitor: C is equal to Q by V, and then you have the symbol for the capacitor to be a parallel line like this. So hope this capacitor's information is more clear to you. Thanks for learning. This is Dr. M.S. Revati from CARE. Thank you.